Hi, it's Darno with NuWave Recipes. Today, I'm going to be making up some toast and some fried eggs using the grill function in the NuWave Bravo toaster oven and air fryer. And this is kind of neat, and this is something to use if you want to try this route, if it's something that you need for whatever situation you're in, or just something that you want to try and use just for the sake of your own personal convenience, if it's convenient for you. For some people it may not be, but to each their own. And for you who want to do it this way, let's get cooking right now. So the ingredients for this cook are very simple. I've got 1 tablespoon of butter that I've softened up a little bit. I basically put it in here on 150 for 3 minutes, and that softens the butter up real nice. I used the reheat function for that, and figured you didn't want to have to see that. But I've got 2 large eggs here, and I've got 1 slice of my almond flour whole wheat bread here. And for the bake pan, I've got some extra light olive oil that I'll be spraying on it. But before I spray the extra light olive oil on it, sorry about that, bumped into some of my utensils over on the side. I'm taking the bake pan and I'm putting it on the rack level 1. And I'm going to heat it up, basically warm it up a good bit before I put the things in that I'm going to be cooking. So I'm turning the cooker on, and I'm going to hit menu, and I'm going to spin over to that grill function. I think I went too fast. Let's see. Yeah, so there's the grill function. And so then I go to temperature, and it defaults to 425. I'm going to bring it down. I could do 450, maybe 475. I think I'm going to I usually do 450 for these things, so I'm just going to stick with what I usually work with, which is 450 for this type of a cook here with this function. For cooking time, it could use somewhere between maybe 8-10 minutes is what usually happens. But I'm going to set it to 15. Actually, I'm going to leave it at 15. The reason why I'm going to leave it at 15 is because the cooker has no preheat. So I'm going to have to give it time to warm up. So I'm going to hit start, let it start basically warming up. In this case, you do want that, basically that plate to be hot so that it's kind of like a griddle. It'll be kind of like a griddle plate when you're putting things on there, nice and hot. And so after that, then I'll get things in, spray it. I'm going to put the butter on the bread so that the bread's buttered. Put it butter side down on that plate once it's hot. Now I will say, I know some people are always like, hey, well, I could just use my griddle or my frying pan. Well, please do. Please use your griddle, your frying pan, whatever you prefer. This is for people who want to try it this way, need to use this way, or like this way, because of whatever circumstance, situation they're in. Not everybody has the same circumstances, and some people can't understand that, but that's life. So we're going to keep on going. I'll bring you back when 5 minutes have passed here. I'll have the butter on the bread, and we'll go ahead and start getting things in. Alright, so I basically was pumping the sprayer bottles so that things would be pressurized here, and 5 minutes have passed, so I'm hitting the pause because this has a nice little pause feature there, and I'm opening up, and I'm going to get the pan out now that I've got it heated up for 5 minutes, spraying it with my extra light olive oil so that things are, Lord willing, good and non-stick. So got that down, got my toast with my butter on it, and this is organic butter that I use. Put that there. Now I'm going to try and get things as level as possible while I get my eggs on. So I got my eggs on there like that, close on up, and going to hit the start, let it continue to cook, and let it run for a while. I'll bring it back. Alright, so things have been going for 5 minutes, and so I'm going to pause now, well 6 minutes actually, because things have just gone into the 6th minute of running. And we see that we've got basically our eggs and our toast, and things look pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and get my bread and toast off. So let's see, looks like the egg stuck to my bread just a little bit there. So let's see if we can get that detached. Okay. Let's see how the bread looks on the buttered side. That's how things look on the buttered side of the bread. So it did basically, you know, do a nice little toast job there on the bread. I'm just slicing the bread in half because this slice is so big that it can kind of be used like 2 slices after you slice it in half. And I'm going to go ahead and put my egg on the bread so that I can have myself an egg sandwich. But look at this here. Looks like things are somewhat non-stick, but not necessarily non-stick enough. I think we've got some sticking going on. And my yolk's coming apart, but it's going to be a little messy getting things off here. And I think, you know, if you've watched enough videos here, you've seen me do this with other cookers where things may be really non-stick depending on the type of pan that's used. But then again, depending on what type of pan is used, there might be certain chemicals and things on certain pans that you don't want for your health's sake. But that all depends. But this one, we've got kind of a marginal non-stickness after I use the oil. We've got some things sticking where it's harder, I guess, grilled in, and some places it's not. But I think the soaking of that pan will get all that off. So you see the egg, you see the toast, and so I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on top of my egg sandwich, and we'll go ahead and do a taste test. So thank God for a finished egg sandwich, and we're going to go ahead here and do a taste. So here we go. My eggs, kind of the yolk and stuff's running off of it, so let's try and get a bite in. Had some drizzle on my chin there, but the egg sandwich came out decent. It works. And so I wanted to make sure I didn't spill any on my shirt, which you can get through the store. There's a store link on the YouTube channel to get the shirt. But anyway, the egg sandwich turned out nice. And so basically there's nothing more I guess I need to say there. You can cook up your egg sandwich. You can use the grill function. Give it about 5 minutes to preheat. Cook it for 5 or 6 minutes and you're good to go. So for you who want to do it this way, now you have the option and you know how to do it. And so in the video description, there's lots of ways to help Channel Nothing, the video sponsored. There's my cookbook. There's memberships, merch, donations, link to the Amazon shop where I don't think they have this cooker, but they have others. They have the larger one that I've done reviews for as well. And so, like I mentioned, this one I got at Kohl's. I don't know if anybody but Kohl's sells it. I don't even think NuWave sells it on their website from when I looked around. But anyway, it's at Kohl's. So, with all of that said, if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.